Yeah. Blackjack. Life is like a game of cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Delray Richardson, man. Y'all already know what it is. We back to address the hopelessly in love lies that were promoted on Lifetime in regards to Tupac Shakur. I got three things that I'm going to address, and like I said, here we go. Number one, the young lady who authored Faith Evans' book, basically last night on Hopelessly in Love, made a comment that when Faith Evans and Tupac went to the studio to record You Wonder Why They Call You Bitch, she basically said that Tupac had been on death row for a couple of months.
Tupac and I get to the studio, and all of a sudden I realized that this is the death row studio.
It's not like Pac was always on death row. He had been on death row for a few months at that point. He was in jail, Suge bailed him out, and as a condition of bailing him out, he was now on Death Row Records.
I want to say this to you and everybody who listening. That's categorically false and a lie. And the fact of the matter is, you can look it up yourself. Tupac got out of jail on October 12th, 1995. 6 days later, Tupac ran into Faith Evans at the Hollywood Athletic Club. I was there. I witnessed it with my own eyes. That same night, Faith Evans went back to Tupac's hotel room. So therefore, the young lady doesn't know what she's talking about, and Faith Evans gave her information in which she's running with like she was there that night, in which she wasn't. So like I said, once again, Tupac was not on death row for a couple of months when they went to the studio. And what also confirms that she's lying is the interview with Chuck Phillips that we'd already let y'all listen to on the other videos that we did, when he was actually in the studio recording a studio session, and the studio session happened the next day on October 19th, 1995.
October the 19th, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Tupac Shakur, Can-Am Studios in Tarzana. His first interview.
The money, young women in your need a check in the locker room. Take it back.
I'm saying I went into the verse.
That's all right.
All right.
Remember, we can bring you in and out whenever we want.
Okay. You want to save it? Yeah. You want to pause?
This shit mad fast to be serious.
Hey, but you're doing it. You're doing it though, girl. Exactly. You are.
So like I said, once again, the young lady who authored her book, she listening to what Faith Evans telling her, that was a lie. And I don't know why she would try to perpetuate that lie as if she knew that Tupac was on death row for a couple of months. Like, where did you get that information? And why would you say that, knowing that that's easily looked up on Google when Tupac got out of jail? And like I said, and if you listen to the Chuck Phillips interview, you'll know that the song was recorded on October 19th, 1995. The next night after we were at the Hollywood Athletic Club on the 18th of October 1995. Number two, when Faith Evans said last night on Hopelessly in Love that basically when she met Tupac at the Hollywood Athletic Club, that she exchanged information.
While I was in Los Angeles, I was working on a new project with these girls, and one night we decided to go out to a club. And that was when I met Tupac at Hollywood Athletic Club. Actually, he was with Tretch, who I was already familiar with. Tupac told me he was a big fan and that he'd heard my music when he was locked up and that he would love to do a record with me one day, which I was pleasantly surprised. And, you know, I was like, oh, okay, that's really dope. Let me know. So we exchanged information.
you would think that that's all that happened, and that's not. The fact of the matter is, Faith Evans went back to Tupac's hotel room the first night that she met him that night. I was there for that conversation, like I said, and where it took place, word for word. Me and Tupac, like I said, we were outside in the parking lot, and he was smoking a cigarette, and basically her and her girlfriend walked across the parking lot, and Tupac asked them, are y'all leaving? And she said no. And Tupac basically said, you know, we ready to go back to my hotel. What y'all gonna do? And she basically said, we're gonna follow you. So what most people don't know, and what she left out is the fact that she went back to Tupac's hotel room the first night that she met him. But she wanted everybody to think that she only went back to Tupac's hotel room after the next night, which she did again, and that's when they had sex. After the studio to get her mythological $25,000. The $25,000 is a myth. So, like I said, she went back to the hotel room the first night on the 18th. And then after that, they recorded the song, You Wonder Why You Call Your Bitch, the next day on the 19th, like I said, which is confirmed by the recording. And once again, so when you deal with the facts of the matter, she's lying again. And nobody knew that. If you weren't there, you wouldn't have known that she went back to his hotel room on the first night that she met him. So she went to the hotel twice, back to back. And when the second night she went after the studio is when Tupac had sex with her. Facts. And number 3, Faith Evans said that when Tupac wanted to do a song with her, he agreed to pay her $25,000.
Tupac and I negotiated me getting $25,000 for writing and singing the hook. And at that time, that was I needed the $25K.
As a matter of fact, Tupac only wanted Faith to sing the hook on You Wonder Why They Called You Bitch. And she then again doubled down and said that, well, when they went in to the studio, she gave you the title of the song already that he wanted her to sing, which means basically the song was already complete. All he wanted her to do was sing the background vocals. And this is how you know that that's a lie about the $25,000. If you bring me into the studio and the song is already complete and you need me to sing background vocals on the song, I have no writer credit whatsoever. Why would I need to get permission to have my writer's credit from my label? Either I wrote the song or I didn't. And if I did, even if my vocals and you replace it with somebody else who sings the part that I suspectedly wrote or supposedly wrote, then I still get my writer's credit. If you look on back of You Wonder Why They Call You Bitch, Faith Evans has no writer's credit. So he didn't hire her as a songwriter. He just basically wanted her to sing the hook. And you don't get paid for $25,000 for singing the hook. And better yet, Tupac offered her to get your money, so she said, and I could send it to you later. She's like, no, I'm going to go back to the room and get my money. As if that was the first time that she went back to Tupac's hotel room and she waited down in the lobby. She forgot to tell you that she went to the hotel the night before after the Hollywood Athletic Club. The Innocent Annie story not going to work. It's a lie. Yeah, man, basically that's all I wanted to discuss. And like I said, I wanted to clarify those untruths that were told last night on Hopelessly in Love. I think people today are now more intelligent and can go and find and seek the truth themselves. As we know, mainstream media are not the conveyors of truth, but the conveyors of storytelling and lies and innuendo to get ratings. We don't have to do that here. Like I said, once again, your boy Delray, I just wanted to clear this up, the historical narrative. Like I say, I speak truth. And basically that's it. I want to say rest in peace to Biggie and Tupac Shakur. You know what I mean? Phenomenal MCs and one-time friends. So, like I said, hopefully they're looking down on us, man, and they can understand that the truth prevailed here. Thanks.